guess I never imagined that fish like hummed, you know?
Shut up.
Now here in the basement, we're having fun.
Is that what we're having?
Yeah.
Fun? Welcome to Mystery Files, where we take a deep dive into cases that span from the creepy to the truly bizarre and everything in between. I'm Ryan, and today I'll be forcing my colleague Shane to hear all about the extraordinary sky trumpets. And in the end, you'll have to decide if the mystery is solved or if it's simply a mystery. About these sky trumpets?
I played trumpet in high school.
Well, we're not talking about something that's inconsequential like that. In fact, I have some videotape that I'm gonna roll for you, just so you can see what I'm talking about.
Tight.
Bizarre sounds are being heard all over.
They have no idea where it's coming from. At first, they thought maybe it was like metal screeching on a train track, but there are no train tracks nearby.
Well, for the first time, we're getting to hear the 911 calls that have been coming in to the local dispatch center.
We can't even hear each other in the backyard. Neither one of us can figure out what's happening.
As you can see, there's something going on out there, and we don't quite know what it is. What are you doing?
I'm taking notes.
It looks like you're drawing something passing gas.
Just taking some notes to remember. It seemed like people hearing loud noises in the sky.
That's just a little taste. That's like not even the appetizer. It's like when they bring you out the water when you go to a restaurant.
Table water.
It's table water.
It's table water.
Let's get into those appetizers. All around the world, similar videos have been captured of an unexplained phenomenon, a blaring noise rumbling across the sky with no identifiable source. Sometimes called God's trumpets, this sound has been described as metallic, evil sounding, and even apocalyptic. The sky trumpets have been heard around the world, from the coldest Siberian tundra to sunny California coastlines to Mr. Crocodile Dundee's home down under. Recorded incidents seem to have come into public circulation, largely correlating with the rise of phone cameras. The site strangesounds.org chronicled known examples of the incidents for several years and compiled a list of over 150 videos between 2008 and 2015 alone. Some say the first known example of these sky trumpets dates back to 2008 in Belarus, when an anonymous user uploaded a video to YouTube of the ear-deafening sounds. But the earliest credible video I could find comes from Tallahassee, Florida. Let's take a look.
Feels like it's getting close, Dylan. There went something. What is that? That feels like it's getting very close.
Is it the noise happening now, or is it?
Yeah, this is a light one.
Get the kids in the bathroom.
I hear the wind.
Get the kids in the bathroom.
Get in the bathroom.
Get the kids in the bathroom.
Get.
As you can see, that's a light little trumpet there. You can barely even hear it. But like I said, this is the first instance of this kind of video.
That's
I've
more
found.
like wind almost.
You know when like you see like a haunted house movie, it's like, hey, I thought I left that door open. Early stage
I don't
shit.
remember leaving a walking skeleton up in the air.
What are all these porno mags doing here? This isn't. I didn't look at this.
That's what goes on in your place?
My house is haunted. Yeah, that happens all the time.
That's what you blame it on, huh? That's what you blame it on.
But like I said, that's far from the scariest occurrence. But before we get to those, let's take a look further back. Without video evidence prior to that, some have pointed to what may still be a long history, as evidenced by literature. In the Lake Seneca area of New York's Catskill Mountains, a mysterious booming noise became so notorious, it's known as the Seneca Guns. In 1819, Washington Irving described them in his short story, Rip Van Winkle, attributing them to ghosts playing nine-pin bowling. In Belgium, similar oral phenomena have been called mist poofers, or fog belches. In the Ganges Delta, Barisal guns. And in Italy, brontiti. Thunder-like.
All good names.
But it's still a bit of a chicken or egg mystery. With the frequency of recorded instances in recent years, one has to wonder how it isn't already a known scientific occurrence, or why it wasn't caught on video in the analog world, where chances to capture may have been rare, but certainly not impossible. It makes one wonder if it is truly a recent phenomenon, and if so, that feels kind of alarming, no?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not though, because it,
It's been referenced in literature, but we hadn't
not
seen
a
any
big deal.
evidence of it until the digital age, and now it's all over the place.
It also could be a
Something's
sign
coming.
that it's easier to edit video in the digital age.
You're talking about editing video, that still means that there are actual occurrences of it.
Yeah, maybe.
In literature, there's no editing of video, it's just people saying what they
That's
heard.
exactly right. That's people saying what they heard.
And then you have evidence of it now.
The power of books.
But enough yammering. Let's actually review some of the evidence. Buckle your seatbelts, folks. What you're about to witness might be disturbing. The first piece of evidence we'll review is particularly well documented and occurred in the French-Canadian suburb of Dollard-des-Ormeaux in Montreal on February 21st, 2016. In a video posted by one of the witnesses, Adria Morel, she notes, quote, "All the dogs in the neighborhood are going nuts." Let's take a look at this video.
C'est quoi cette son-là? Huh?
Is she French? She's speaking French?
It's funny that you were lingering on that when there was weird ass noises coming from the sky that you could
Yeah,
hear.
it was sort of like a.
A little bit. Now keep in mind.
Have you ever heard a train brake? Freight trains take quite a long to brake. It sounds like the devil playing the violin up in the clouds.
A spokesperson for Environment Canada affirmed to the Montreal Gazette that there hadn't been any unusual meteorological conditions that night. There wasn't even any wind at the time of the incident, though some have described the spooky oral encounter as sounding like wind chimes. Our next piece of video evidence ramps up considerably in intensity. It occurred on August 29th, 2013.
Turtle Island? Is that where this is?
No, that's like some sort of like news site or something.
Oh, I thought we were going to Turtle Island.
No, we're not going to Turtle Island. It occurred on August 29th, 2013 at approximately 7:30 a.m. in Terrace, British Columbia in Canada. Yeah, that's one hell of an alarm clock.
God playing his vuvuzela up there.
You still think that's a train?
That sounded a little bit like a train, yeah.
You think a train did that for 4 minutes?
I heard a lot of different trains in my life. Some of them sound freaky.
This occurrence was so widely witnessed, it actually made the local news.
The strange sounds were heard across Terrace, BC early yesterday morning and lasted for about 10 minutes. Speculation about what caused it ranges from the aurora borealis to aliens, or it could just be a prank. But similar sounds have been recorded in other parts of BC and reported in other locations around the world.
What do you think about that, choo-choo boy?
Did you know that the Northern Lights make noise? Did you know that?
I didn't know that, no, I didn't know that.
I would love to hear that. I don't even know what it sounds like, but it's just supposed to be like a little like... like a little tingling up there in the sky.
Oh, that's not sharp enough. I was hoping this had a point.
Wait,
it could go right through your chest.
Now hang on a second.
Right through.
Now hang on a second. Now here in the basement, we're having fun.
Is that what we're having?
Yeah, that's what we're having.
Or are you sitting here like, what if it was a choo-choo outside? What if it was two birds outside? Fucking.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna get so mad about this one.
Let's continue here. And these instances aren't limited to Canada. They've been heard literally all around the world with eerie similarity. Here's Forest Grove, Oregon in 2016.
Annoying.
There were so many people calling in to 911 because so many people were not even really scared. They were just annoyed. They were annoyed.
Shut the fuck up.
At first, I'm sure there were people like, this crazy sounds coming out of the sky, but after a while, you're probably like, hey, if you're gonna kill me,
do it.
Do it.
Come on.
Come on, do it. I'm right here. Kill me. Come on. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Predator. Now we have Finland in 2012. Just imagine being out on the walk in the forest. Fuck that.
These guys are pretty chill about it.
He's probably saying, what the fuck is that?
I just shit my pants.
I don't know if I'd be looking around to see where it's coming from. I'd probably start running.
Where are you gonna run?
I guess anywhere. See if I could like outrun the sound. I mean, at that point, I'm desperate.
I'd probably do the thing where you click your AirPod to turn on the noise canceling.
The worst survival instincts on Earth.
Did any of these people die?
Not yet.
Then
Not
I guess
yet.
I'm ahead of the curve.
Perhaps. And finally, coming back to Canada in Alberta in 2012 with perhaps the weirdest one yet. I can't even imagine what I would do if I heard that one in particular, because that one kind of sounds like screaming.
Poor guys are just looking to have a little fun out in the woods together.
And these are just a few of the numerous examples online, with these ones in particular being featured on news sites to verify their authenticity. There's been suspected trumpet videos in Russia, Denmark, Mexico, Sweden, Bolivia, Japan. I could go on. So what is happening? And is there somebody or something doing it? It's not just your Facebook-friendly great aunt who might now be QAnon falling prey to the fear of the sky trumpets. We are creatures afraid of the unknown, and in the face of that mysterious big brass band in the sky, communities have been thrust into states of panic. But fear not, that's why I'm here, to ease your mind. And with that, it's corkboard time. Let's get into the theories. Alrighty, what is that smell? Oh, it's your boy cooking up some theories, baby.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say cork.
No, not cork, not cork.
Does cork have a scent?
It's theory time. That's
Oh,
why
it's
we're
theory
that's
time.
why
I'm
we're at the
cooking up
theory.
some
That's why it's the
theories,
theory board. Anyways, theory one. You may want to put a pillow on your lap for this one because the first theory is the sky trumpets are all natural, baby. Oh, I knew it! In 2011, the National Weather Service of Tallahassee made the following all-caps statement in an attempt to calm Floridians' imaginations. And given where they live, I can only imagine those imaginations are truly wild. There have been several reports of very strange sounds from the Woodville area since about 6:45 p.m. Eastern. The National Weather Service believes this phenomenon is being caused by thunder from distant lightning strikes, bouncing off a very stable layer above the ground. This is called ducting and can allow sound to travel unusually long distances. This sound has mistakenly been attributed to possible tornadoes. But we at the National Weather Service want to be very clear that there are no tornadoes and none are expected.
I mean, someone telling me there's no tornadoes is calming to me.
It kind of strikes me like when your parents would come check the closet when you thought there was a boogeyman inside of it, and they go, there's no boogeyman in here. And every time they left, I was like, but he's gonna be there when you leave.
Right, exactly. It's not like the boogeyman shows up and snaps your dad's neck.
One of the foremost experts on the topic is David Hill, who wrote a scientific paper of the most likely natural causes.
Science?
He says that along coastal areas, the mysterious sounds could be related to giant waves. Surfers in the US are familiar with the thunderous sound of waves hitting the cliffs. But more than that, it's known that during tsunamis, in the wake of giant waves, there is a phenomena in which witnesses report large rumbles and seeing mysterious fireballs.
Fireballs?
Yeah.
Where are the fireballs from?
I don't know, because most of the time when you're looking at a tsunami, you're going, holy shit, a tsunami! And you're running away like this.
I guess if the tsunami is coasting over land, that could cause a lot of issues. I know sometimes when water gets into buildings and stuff, sometimes stuff explodes. So maybe that's where fireballs are coming from.
No. Actually, let me educate you a little bit on science here.
Please. That's, how the world works. We should all be as willing to learn as I am.
Shut up.
Educate me.
God, give me the strength.
A little erotic.
Both the mysterious fireballs and the large rumbles, Hill hypothesizes, could come from a belch of methane erupting from the ocean floor, which, let me actually just, there's the ocean floor, you can see it.
Oh, okay. I see now.
While Hill prefers this massive explanation, some have wondered if a nautical cause might be smaller, but apparently very mighty. This would be the reverberating mating call of the male midshipman fish, or as the Huffington Post called it, noisy fish sex, that has been known to cause a droning sound so loud it was described as torture by witnesses.
Whoa, how big are these things?
It's not that big, but
Is that true to size?
I don't know if that's true to size, but I mean, just imagine like people out in the woods being like, the fuck is that noise? Is it aliens? And it's just two fish just.
I guess I never imagined that fish like humped, like humped.
Well, it would be more like.
Well, like there's certain creatures where they like,
Well, imagine trying to like hump while completely submerged underwater. I guess
well,
I'm
no,
thinking it from like humans. So
I
you'd be
have
like-
told you, if you look up videos of sharks, it's very human.
Oh, it
It's
is?
incredibly human. The
So
way
they're like back there like.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
They're 15 inches.
Well, good for them.
Whoa, wow, that does explain the loud noises. Thank you, Brittney. But how do you explain the phenomenon in landlocked areas? Hill says that sand dunes crumbling could produce loud booming sounds on rare occasions, but more likely he suspects earthquakes to be the cause in most cases. He personally experienced this phenomenon while in California's Mammoth Mountains, when an earthquake that was too small to detect without a sensitive instrument still managed to set off a booming sound throughout the range. It's possible that the sound of the earthquake below the surface reverberates at a pitch too low for human hearing to detect. But the after effects are within our range. Scientists haven't ruled out activity from beyond the Earth's surface, most likely the sound of a falling meteor. And of course, the GOAT, NASA has weighed in with some mind-opening knowledge, essentially that the Earth itself makes noises. It makes beautiful music on its own.
Getting ready to go zoot doot 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 doot.
Yeah, sit there on its sax jamming out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is fascinating. I watch a lot of videos of big explosions. It's always fascinating to observe them because, you could usually see the explosion and then observing how long it takes the sound to travel to where the cameraman is. Sound is very, very slow.
It is slow.
Yeah.
But back to the Earth making noises. It's like a living, breathing, evolving thing. Can you imagine? You can imagine that.
Yeah.
We just can't always register what the Earth is communicating because of our limited audio range.
It's probably, help me.
Get the fuck off me! Get off me! You're killing me!
It's gonna shake us off like a bunch of fleas one of these days.
That's the Earth talking to
It's
humans.
taking care of us right now, don't worry.
I hope so. Yeah. NASA says, quote, our planet is a natural source of radio waves at audio frequencies. If humans had radio antennas instead of ears, we would hear a remarkable symphony of strange noises coming from our own planet. They call these noises tweaks, whistlers, and spherics, and describe them as sounding like the ambient music of a sci-fi flick. Can you demonstrate what a tweak sounds like?
Yeah.
How about
That's science.
How about a whistler? Let's move on to theory number 2. Human shit.
Human shit?
Not like actual human shit, like human shit.
Human shit.
Human shit.
Human goofums.
I think human shit's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. Many believe these phenomena could have more human causes, ranging from the understandable noise produced from electrical, get the fuck out of my way, Desert, electrical power lines, high pressure gas lines, construction or mechanical devices, to more outlandish options like electromagnetic radiation, wireless communication devices, and submarines.
Cool.
Glenn McPherson, a high school teacher in Canada, gave a very confident and logical answer. Sounds like you.
Confident and logical?
Sure it wasn't a train?
I bet at least one of those is a train.
You're probably right, actually.
Thanks,
to be
dude.
honest. I'll give you one choo-choo out of
Thank you for the choo-choo.
the thousands of videos, probably.
Choo-choo points for me.
He says, I actually solved the sky trumpet mystery, but nobody cares. The trumpet sound is caused by 2 things. Large vehicles braking at slow speeds, and by trains traveling on curved rails. The outside wheels have to turn faster than the inside wheels because they're going a greater distance. But the wheels are locked on the axle, and so the outside wheel ends up skipping, causing the noise, end quote. Glenn McPherson calls the other incendiary human theories more emotionally attractive options. Are we sure Glenn McPherson isn't Shane Madej?
He's right. This is the whole thing about ghosts.
It's the smugness.
It's the smugness.
Train,
I love it.
Train, very logical. You're
love
very
this.
stupid for being scared.
Smug
It's
King.
shit.
Smug King.
Unbelievable. 2 peas in a pod, you two. So let's get into the more emotionally attractive theories.
Sure.
Theory number 3, spy planes. In this subcategory of human shit, wherein this shit is sneaky, there is a persisting conspiracy theory in regards to the sky trumpets that link the sound to HAARP, the US Air Force's High-Frequency Active Auroral Research Program, a program created to investigate the ionosphere and develop technology for radio communication and surveillance. Allegedly, the program also created pulse detonation aeroplanes.
Aeroplanes? We're gonna fly on an aeroplane?
You mean to tell me I could sit in a seat in the sky?
That's an affront to God.
What do you call that? An aeroplane? These planes supposedly could travel 5 times the speed of sound, could be used for spying, and it was suspected the technology could be weaponized in other ways. If these crafts were already being used or tested, whatever noise they make would likely be as unknown or strange to listeners as the sky trumpets. But what if it actually is almost in that sense like a double bluff? They're so loud that maybe people think like, oh, this is like extraterrestrial.
Well, if they were spying on us, we wouldn't know.
Why would a spy plane make this much noise?
They sound like bad spy planes if they're that loud.
Theory 4. You're gonna like this one.
Okay.
God, man.
Are you about to baptize me?
And for the most far-reaching explanation, we turn to the sky itself, specifically the big man in the sky. If we are to believe scripture, the sky trumpets could be signaling the end of days. In the book of Revelation, it says, quote, "The 7th angel sounded his trumpet, and there were loud voices in heaven, which said, the kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of our Lord, and of his Messiah, and he will reign forever and ever," end quote. Essentially, the trumpets would be the beginning of the end and the start of the apocalypse. As you can see, that doesn't look pleasant.
Well, that looks sick as shit.
That looks like the upside down.
I was gonna say, that
in
looks
Hawkins.
cool.
What do you think about this one?
I'm a bit of like a soft atheist. I'm not out here really talking about it ever. I don't believe any of what you just said.
Hey, look, this is just a theory, okay?
Yeah, it's cool.
It's like I'm dealing cards at a table.
Yeah,
You don't have to like your hand, okay? Everyone get their hand.
And
Everyone
as
look
you
at
know,
their
you can
hands.
always say, I don't like this hand.
And you fold it.
And you give it back and you say, give me a different card, please.
That's not how it works.
Oh, okay.
Theory 5. Sky trumpets are an internet hoax. There are hundreds of videos documenting this bizarre phenomena online. But like all evidence that lives on the internet, some have been called into question as fake. Even known hoax videos still accumulate hundreds of thousands of views. And in fact, several popular clips of the phenomenon, quote, appear to share a similar audio source, according to Snopes. Meaning, quote, it is more plausible that a single audio stream was duplicated and embedded into multiple video clips, end quote. Most notably, on January 14th, 2012, one YouTube user purposefully uploaded a viral fake to show how easy it would be to doctor a video and spread panic or misinformation. Let's take a look at that video. So as you can see, it would be fairly easy to replicate some of the sounds that you hear in the actual videos. Obviously, some of the videos are real, some of them aren't.
Did he upload it without telling people it was fake?
He let it simmer.
What a nasty little fellow.
This sounds like something you'd do, actually.
It might be.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it might be something I'd even do.
Yeah, you'd have fun with it.
But no, I don't ever upload fake evidence. In fact, I'm here to debunk fake evidence. Some might call me a hero.
I'd call you that, yeah.
Thank you. The hoax whistleblower said that after doing a simple search, they found audio waveform that matched several other viral videos claiming to witness the phenomenon. They describe, I made the video by taking out my iPhone and merely video recorded my balcony view while holding my laptop right behind it while my laptop played in the background. Took less than a minute to do this. I made it because I was surprised at the attention these videos were getting, and the friends on my Facebook friends list were voicing their fear, which I think is wrong. End quote. This guy's like a sky trumpet Batman.
I know, I respect it.
He took matters into his own hands.
Yeah, it's very noble.
I will say that by doing this, he's kind of fuzzing the radar, because now it's making it seem like all the videos are fake, which is not true.
You could get out there and, you know, try and debunk some other ones some other ways if he's that committed to it.
Oh, that's what Snopes did.
Nice.
And with that, I think we're all primed and ready and lubricated to get to number 6 over here.
I'm concerned how small it is.
Theory number 6?
I feel like it's gonna be a one-word theory.
What it lacks in size, it makes up in just impact. Okay, this is a big idea.
All right.
Theory number 6, it's not what you think.
Okay.
Aliens.
It's aliens, exactly what I
And
thought.
finally, I'd be doing a disservice to us all if I didn't theorize that the trumpets are in fact some War of the Worlds shit. Aliens.
That's all you got?
No.
Okay.
No, I got more than that. As you can see, there's a fair number of theories.
Oh.
Yes! Yeah! Yeah! As you can see, there's a fair number of theories, and yet the trumpets keep on trumpeting. So what can the answer be? But before I reveal whether or not this mystery is solved, what theory do you like the most?
I think I would lean more toward theory 2.
Human shit.
A lot of human shit with a little theory 1 thrown in there. I don't think a ton about theory 3. Much of that appeals to me. So I'd go probably a combo of theory 1 and theory 2. Can I sit on the fence on this one?
I prefer you to not.
Well, too bad. That's where I'm at.
Fucking unbelievable.
Sorry, buddy. I'm almost hesitant to ask, where would you put your money?
I'm glad you asked. Now,
it's a lot of yarn. You can just tell me.
On one hand, there are some things about theory 1 that I like. Fuck!
You're not good at yarn, huh?
But theory 3, if I'm really gonna go with human causes, is also kind of interesting to me. But then I thought, what if God be mad?
Wouldn't God be mad?
What if God be really angry?
Oh, what if God be mad?
Hoax, get out of here.
You just don't have the yarn. You didn't cut a long enough piece of yarn.
Now we arrive at 6, aliens. And where does this all land us? I can't pick all those. Fuck. That's where we're going, baby. Aliens.
You got yarn on theory 1, theory 3.
Oh, shit.
What is this, your first yarn rodeo?
Theory 6. That's what I'm going with.
This is not a shock.
Looking back, it seems humanity has been mystified by these bizarre noises in the sky for quite some time. Some of the greatest scientific minds our species has can only offer theories. Perhaps the answer is pedestrian, or government related, or biblical, or hell, even fantastical. But the only truth I have to offer is that we honestly have no fucking clue what these noises are. It's a mystery.
Yo! What?
Yeah, to your surprise, I know this one's a mystery.
Well, I think it's largely because it's a bunch of unrelated things happening, so it's hard to draw a correlation between a bunch of them.
No fucking idea what these noises are.
That sounds about right, but fun to think about.
I think it's beautiful and horrifying to let the sky trumpets be a mystery.
It's called sky jazz. Can we start calling it that?
Yeah, maybe it wouldn't be as scary.
Sky jazz.
Well, we'll see you next week for Mystery Files.
They called it jamming?
Jamming.
That's fucking cool.
Jamming, baby.
That makes me want to do it more.